Welcome to the morning show. Hey, to the morning show, baby. Good morning, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, people. I hope everybody enjoyed that weekend. It was real. It was trill. It was what it needed to be. Monger Red Pill. We had a ball, people. Now listen to me. Everybody's on the highways and the byway and the tryway, jump into the flyways. Please be safe from your destination. Like my Uncle Red Pill always say, baby. There's somebody somewhere out there who loves you. Listen to me, people. I got some information we're going to talk about. Today is the red hot news. It's Monday. What's up, D, baby? You heard me? What you say? We done what? We live. We got to make it make sense, D. I want to educate the world on what it is and how the smoke is starting to clear. You know, it started with the $5 trillion that the government put into our economy, you know, around this COVID-19 situation. But anyway, let's go here, people. I did something for all my mothers today, you know, yesterday. And I don't know if you saw the video, but peep it out. Let's go. Happy Mother's Day, my people. I want to thank all the mothers out there today for being mothers. I want to take the time out of my day for actually doing this. Why? Because there's so many women in society today who don't want to be mothers. And this is why this is important to me. Okay? I want to thank you for putting that food in that lunchbox in the morning. I want to thank you for putting your son on the bus or your daughter. I want to thank you for getting them off the bus, fixing their food, dinner, and doing their homework. Yes, I know. Them flashcards. I want to thank you also for taking them to the park so they can participate in activities. Mother's Day, my Uncle Red Pill. I appreciate you so much. God bless. Baby! Listen to my people. I just want to send that message out there, people. You got to get some views over there, but I really meant that to the bottom of my heart. You know, for mothers out here who actually really doing it the way they need to do it, the world is a great place with you in place. Because without that, it ain't real for us. You understand that? I don't care what nobody say. You know, this world only goes around with family. You know, the youth is our future. So the moment we start losing sight of that, we already did. Now listen to me, my people. Let's talk about some shit that really popping. What's up, D? You ready, D? You heard me? Listen to me, my people. Welcome to the morning show. You understand what I'm saying? I got some news. Yes, I do. This is going to be an educational live. People don't understand what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? What's up, DJ, baby? Good morning, fam. We cut up. I don't know if y'all saw the other video on my live, but I cut up, BB. I love my people. I love my family, man. We cut out, man. We cooked. We had what? Burgers, dogs, ribs, shrimp, chops. Damn, we had everything. Potatoes, corn. Look, we were popping, man. Congratulations to all them young boys that graduated. You know what I'm saying? From Shaman. Man, listen to me. That's a blessing within itself because a lot of people didn't get to cross that finish line. So I'm proud of these young men out there. And this is what we were supporting yesterday, along with Mother Day. We know 2-for-1 deal. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm doing, B. Be just on a hot drizzle. Good morning, baby. The top of the morning, people. Listen to me. I want to talk to y'all about something that we really need to talk about. This is going to require your attention. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors, my people, right? That's going on in society today. And my Uncle Red Pill here to give you some insight on what it is and what it ain't. In other words, like Brandon Fair Jones always say, it needs to look like what it is versus look like something that it ain't. It needs to be what it looks like. You got that? And that's not what we got going on, right? We got a lot of moving numbers and shit in the stock market and going up and going down, right? But at the end of the day, people getting laid off. So situations ain't really that great. You understand what I'm talking about? Let me show you something, my people. Let's go.
Makers considering a new bill
forcing
retailers to limit self-checkout lanes.
Listen to me. This is happening in California, my people. I mean, this AI situation is starting to take a toll, my folks. All right? And so what's happening is, you know, them people in Cali saying, oh, wait a minute, where are people going to go at? We're going to lay them off. So what they doing right now? You see it on the screen? The end of self-checkout. Yes, because jobs, where they going to go? We are growing too fast and we ain't really ready. You see? We can't just place people just out of jobs and expect this situation to work out good. That makes sense. Let's go.
This morning, California lawmakers considering a new bill forcing retailers to limit self-checkout lanes in an effort to curb theft and protect jobs.
When worker safety is at risk and people lose their jobs, we in the state legislature must act, and we must act now.
According to the bill, grocery and retail stores would be required to provide at least one cashier-run station. Self-check.
So they're going to put them jobs back into place because AI is starting to eliminate jobs. Self-checkout, you got that? People telling you, oh, yeah, it should help you for faster service. But when you go to Walmart in these places now, because they didn't already monopolize the market, there's no help there no more. Just walk down the aisle. If a person ain't putting stock up, they ain't nobody can ask you or talk to you about anything. So you need to be aware and understand what's really going on. Self-checkout wasn't designed to be a faster service. That's the shit they sold us, right? It was designed. It's designed to eliminate bodies and jobs for the bottom line state there. But what happened, my people, is it didn't work out that way because Steph didn't make that match. So now we got to make a decision now. And now we understand what's really going on, because what do people go at? You let them go. So they're back into the economy. Listen to me, my people. We don't be careful with AI, we become a third world country overnight. Let's go.
Checkouts would be limited to 10 items or less, and a human worker would be required to monitor no more than 2 lanes each. Stores using AI at checkout would need a full assessment before deploying that technology. Lawmakers and retailers say curbing theft is a priority, with one recent survey estimating more than 20 million Americans have stolen.
And it's a fact, because if there's no help, there's nobody monitoring nothing. And I got to come to your place and buy. Let me get this straight. I got to come to your place, purchase a product that's been inflated, right? And there's nobody monitoring me, right? I got to figure it out, cash it out, and then walk out. I mean, what we doing? We people are trustworthy now. Let's go.
From a self-checkout kiosk, and more than 8 million planning to do it again. 69% of consumers also say it's easier to steal from a self-checkout kiosk than a cashier. This comes as major retailers have already been rethinking how to use self-checkout in stores. Most recently, Target is limiting self-checkout to 10 items or less.
The line goes quicker, but also I feel like it's not very convenient for some people that are buying a lot of stuff.
But the theft is what's really going on. It was never really designed for convenience. Just like, see, it's smoke and mirrors, my people. But the truth always comes to the surface. Once again, it needs to look like what it is versus not what it ain't. You see, there's another situation that happened also in the automobiles in society today. We got this, what the thing that Chevy got, right? Where you can unlock the car and unlock the door and stuff like that. OnStar, right? That wasn't designed to really unlock that, help that, this and that and that. That was designed to let them people know exactly what those cost, because theft was at an all-time high. But they sold it to America. You see? As if it's a way for you to actually be safe and be comfortable. No, they was worrying about those cars being stolen, theft. So they can track it and know where it's at. And now you got cars that's going to be made right now. They're creating now to strictly get straight to the business, where the cars can repo themselves. See, people, listen to me. Listen to me, people. Welcome to the morning show. It's not what it looks like. You see, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. That's why where we at today. It ain't the truth. You see? But when it all hits the fan, it all comes out. Now, self-checkouts are about to go away because why? Theft took the place. Now you're going to put another body there, because that's when theft slowed down. See, we're trying this situation out. And I'm going to get to these automobile companies also with EV. Because, see, once again, my people, technology. I mean, New York banning it. What we doing?
While other major retailers like Walmart and Costco experimenting with limiting self-checkout, and Dollar General removing self-checkout altogether from hundreds of its stores.
The question is whether forcing people to a certain kind of checkout, whether that resolves the issue, and I don't think it's going to be a global solution.
Retail theft aside, many shoppers are taking notice of the changes.
Can we just talk about the self-checkout epidemic in the United States?
We are officially entering the downfall of self-checkouts.
As for inflation-weary shoppers in California, experts also say buyer beware over a potential downside to the bill.
I'm very worried that this will raise the cost for the businesses, which will then have to really try to resolve that issue either through raising prices.
But why is it going to raise the cost of why would it raise the cost? Because, see, it was designed to eliminate jobs. You see, now they got to pay more and they got to put out more. So some of the consumer now are gonna have to endure that debt. But that was already like that. So what's the deal? You see? See, technology today is actually just replacing people, and that's what it tells you. You see? Because now you're talking about going back to what it was, and that's gonna raise the cost. Well, when I go in the store today, the shit's still high already than what it was when you had people. Make it make sense. When are we really getting a break? So now this is more of a scare tactic, right? But people gonna stop doing certain things. It's gonna come to the point, my people, we're gonna have to grow our own food. Welcome to the morning show, people. Because at the end of the day, right, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. It needs to look like what it is. People, let's go.
Or exiting the market. And consumers, we know, are already fed up with high prices.
There are 20 million thieves among us. 20 million people are stolen from the
I kept hearing that. 8 million who will do it again.
Right.
Planning to.
I mean, so could it actually happen, Christine? Could they become a relic of the past?
I don't think so. And here's why. Surveys show that a lot of Americans really do like to use them. If they have a few items and they see a long line, with the cashier, they do like to use these things. Also, technology is going to continue to evolve here, where they'll be able to see better. They'll be able to.
What you say, D? What you say they got that bill?
To maybe detect the theft a little bit better. Theft is a big problem here overall as well. But I think you're going to see a hybrid. You'll see self-checkout in some places, and you will also still see cashiers. And this California movement, if it happens, part of the deal here is to make sure there are more human people, jobs
back into the economy. See, listen, this technology is limiting jobs. Like Microsoft right now, they're laying all people. Xbox, they're in trouble. They're closing all their main campuses. I'm going to walk you through and let you see exactly where we at, right? Listen to me, my people. This ain't no bullshit. I'm going to give you the information. How you feel about it, that's up to you, right? But you need to be aware and understand that it's smoke and mirrors. The shit ain't the truth. It needs to look like what it be. You got that?
are overseeing the self-checkout as well.
Good. Well, oftentimes I just find it to be inconvenient because you have an issue with one of the swipes and someone eventually has to come over
and the
anyway.
light comes on, and I never understand what.
Yeah, like at the drugstore, you got to call someone over to get
the deodorant out of the locked cabinet.
Because
so there's a lot of.
And that just tells you that theft is at an all-time high. You see? Listen to me, my people. They're telling you what's really going on. But when you start replacing bodies, right, and people don't see people around them to deter them from stealing, right, they feel like they have access to do it. See, it backfired. They're ordering certain places, Walgreens, go look at it. Go to your corner store. Go to the corner store near you. They're ordering and just regular, just hygiene shit. Guess what? It's locked up. Real talk. This is crazy.
People.
A lot of layers.
A lot of layers, yeah.
But the theft is something I just couldn't believe those numbers. 20 million people say if they don't see a person there, they think, well, I can just take that gun.
Walk out the door.
Yeah.
What I just told you. What I just told you. You see? This is the reality. Just the facts.
Who loves it is my kids.
Yeah.
They're like, we want to do that. Oh, yeah, they love doing the beep.
I was like, your kids are stealing?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Already?
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Hey, thanks for.
Listen to me, my people. What you say, D? Right? They got the bill from the Department of Labor that limits the amount of overtime now. You see? And guess what, D? You're probably right. But it's structured this way, right? It needs to be what it looks like. No, nothing else, people. And that's why the world is going to take a hit now. You see? And then flux of just bad money. Well, how money become bad money? Because you just can't throw money at a situation without creating value so it can sustain. See, that's what happened after the COVID-19 movement. And all these companies started giving people all these money to come in. You know what I'm saying? Like relocation fees and money. 6,000, 3,000, 15, 2,000. Just moving people around. Right? But the reality was that money wasn't real money. They dropped $5 trillion in it. Right? So right now, right? There's no way to recover it. So now, when people started hiring off that money that they didn't really generate, you see, money is called a debt note. I mean, you need to be in debt with somebody. If the person on side of you who big got money, they got money, then who got the debt? The lower people. Well, the lower people losing jobs. Why? Because the top's trying to make sure that they keep their living the same. You see? Welcome to the morning show. So that's what we got. We're a lot connected than what people think. And the middle class today is $97,000. Well, that's not a middle class. That's high class people. Make this shit make sense. But it's our reality. Nobody's telling you this. This ain't going away. This is the reset. They got to bring it back down. Crash this shit. Banks right now are collapsing. Did you know that? Oh, no? I'm going to show you that shit too. I need you to understand what I'm talking about. Right? This world you see today is not a joke. What did it say, D? Abso-fucking-lutely. Pyramid skeleton. See, it needs to be what it looks like. It needs to look like what it needs to be. Not the opposite way around. It's too many smoke and mirrors. And now we about to see exactly what's going on. Listen to me, my people. You're not talking crazy. You got that? Let's go.
Questions about the EV market these days.
Now, EV, I'm going to bring it over here to the car business, man. I need people to start understanding what Marco Red Pill talking about. Now, so listen to me. You see all these major companies, these tech companies laying people off right now. Microsoft doing anything too. Google on the way too. I'm going to show you all that. I'm going to break it down to you. But I want you to see what's really going on. China, listen to me, my people, selling EV cars, electric vehicles. They got that? For $10,000 and under. What? Yeah, stockpiles. Because now the U.S. was putting sanctions on them. But see, now this understand why Tesla and a whole lot of other companies is trying to restructure their whole company. Listen to me. This shit ain't a fluke. These layoffs are real because the direction that the world was going in at a high, fast rate, it didn't slow down. You got that? Because the fake money now got to come to light. You got to be accounted for it. When COVID-19 came, they were handing out all these checks. Listen to me, people. I need you to comprehend what I'm saying. People was getting checks around COVID-19, money that they never even seen in their goddamn life. And then they got bougie. Well, what you mean, Margaret Red Pill? How we got bougie? They didn't want to go back to work. You got that? I'm telling you facts. Okay? I'm saying, how many people surviving? So now we're going to suffocate, and they're going to bring this shit down. Listen to me, people. I'm going to show you everything I'm talking about. We're not just talking crazy. Let's go.
There are so many questions about these days. The growth has slowed down completely while the middle class is anything but ready to embrace the new technology. The government is forced to scale down its electrification plans, but what's most intriguing is the fact that EV makers, both legacy and startups, still haven't figured out how to make money on electric cars.
Did you hear it? They haven't found how to make money on electric cars. It's not profitable. You got that? So all the tech that they're showing you in a lot of situations, they are not making profit on it. They're pulling profit from other places to make you to buy in to a new movement. But what happened when the movement stopped moving? We got to scale back. You get layoffs. There it is. What happened when the fake money got to actually become real money? Well, here's the deal. We didn't replace it with the economy with people going out and spending money. So what happened, people? People started working from home, not going back to jobs. So companies and overhead started struggling. Now we're going to feel the pain. It needs to look like what it be, but it ain't that. So you were hiring people, relocation and doing all this other shit, but it wasn't real people. It was smoke and mirrors. Listen to me, people. Let's go.
Said they're losing it a lot. EV makers are pretty much broke, the market is screaming it, and we bring you 6 obvious indicators. Numbers.
Pay attention, my people. This is the educational live. All right? We ain't gonna talk about dumb shit every day. We can talk about something that makes some sense. Because I need you to know you will be affected by this movement. Yes, you will.
6, startups are doomed. Everyone is losing money in the EV segment these days, and while legacy car makers are heavily backed up by strong sales of their gas-only and hybrid vehicles, startups are left without alternative options. Of course, they went all in with the electrification
and too fast, too quick. That's it. See, a lot of companies didn't hit their max. Listen to me. And your company may be the one. You see? And that's why layoffs are happening. People don't lay off people if everything good. You got that? You see? What you say, P? What you say, P? Right? America is true lies and false facts. And I try to tell people this all the time. It's smoke and mirrors. But I need my people to understand that don't get caught in the fucking rap. Because you're going to be a rap. I understand that. This is the facts. What I'm showing you is they made this world believe that it was more secure than what it was. And all our factories is overseas. People, welcome to the morning show. People hate Trump. But I just want you to understand this. Those factories need to be here. But since we didn't do it, now we're going to pay. Because the chips and them, listen to me, the technology come from overseas. We've been outsourcing all this shit, and we need that shit to survive over here. And yes, we're on the brink of war. I can show you that too. If you've been paying attention to my Uncle Ray Pill, baby, you will understand where I'm coming from. They're not telling you this, but I'm telling you this right now. What you're feeling and going through today, it's going to be here for a fucking moment. You got that? You ain't getting over this. This is the takedown because of the bad decisions we made. Include the banks lending money out that they shouldn't ever lend. Why? Because the government backs them on bad decisions. There it is. I told you everything. That money is insured. Yeah. Uh-huh. Listen to me, my people. Around the 16th and the 17th of this month, the real numbers. Listen to me. They're not telling you this. Hold up now. The real numbers going to come out from the VA loans. Yay. The real numbers about to come out. You see? Yes. The housing market. That's going to really show you right now. They've been asking companies to lay off. The loans, they've been asking people just to lay off. Don't report yet. They're going to report this year, this month, right now. It's coming up. Give it to them. You're going to see what the real numbers is. We're not in a recession. This is a depression. Welcome to the morning show. The smoke, like he said, America True Lies, false facts. Make you believe that everything good, but it's bad. China, the number one, the number two. China is the number 2 economy in the world. And is looking to take number 1. Well, what you know about it? They got something called BRICS. See, educate yourself, inform yourself, or come to the show. I'm not selling you no bullshit. I'm telling you fact, though. You got that? You see? Well, China and Russia created a $280 billion deal. What you talking about, Margaret Pill? Yeah, I know. American dollar, that's our power. Well, it's under attack. But how they do that without money? They say they don't need money. They can just repay the shit back when they get the money. They're in alignments. Listen to me, it's bigger than what you see. Welcome to the morning show. What's up, John Cunningham, baby? Hey, this is when you at your best discussing finances. You and Patrick D. Swagger, my income increased too because people still not wanting to work. Big facts. I hired a dude and he never showed up. We have laid here and became bougie. And I mean everything I'm saying because I got the numbers to back it up. John, good seeing you, my brother. You see, it's always love. But I want people to understand that this is the facts. And I need education to be across your fucking melon because right now the world is selling you a lie. It is not good, it's not safe, it's not real. And the crime going to take its place too because if they keep laying people off, we will instantly become a third world country. Big facts. You got that? Don't let nobody say you're small. That shit ain't going to work no more. What you said, P? The United States of America is a corporation, not a company. And if people don't understand that, what it mean that we don't even own the trust you here? Listen to me. I know this shit is above your fucking head, but I got you to understand. So sometimes we give you a little bit too much, but I need you to start understanding and start researching this. Or bring your ass to this show. I'm trying to get you to see what it is. They're not telling you this. They're not telling you this. You see, they're not going to tell you this because that presents panic, fear. You got that? We ain't got these manufacturers here. What they at? Overseas. Who we at war with? Overseas. Got that? Israel. Hamas. Yes. Iran. China. Russia. All people. Saudi Arabia. They're playing both sides. They got something called BRICS. Educate yourself, people. You're too damn sleep. We in a woke culture. 2024. Man, listen to me, man. I rather listen to me. I got to tell you this because you're not thinking straight, right? Stop spending fucking money. You got that? You're not safe at your job. People are getting them letters. Microsoft and your tech companies, they're dying. They just closed down Xbox. Their number one company, their number one outsourced branch, they just opened. The narrative and the smoke is clearing. And I need you to stay on the other side of it and don't get caught in it, people. It ain't a good move. You got that? What's up, bro? What's up, Gino? You see what I'm saying? Good morning, baby. Listen to me, people. America is selling you not the fucking truth. Listen, let me show you.
How they suffer. Because just like legacy car makers, EV startups never managed to crack the EV economy. Even today, they're losing thousands of dollars on every car they make for various reasons.
Did you know that? No, they sell it as if it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I'm telling you, it's the biggest lie in America. They're not making fucking money. So now, we got to adjust this shit and take down. Tesla gonna lay off people. Why? Got to restructure. Because it ain't what it seemed like it was gonna be. Now people gonna be unemployed.
Related to supply chains, high prices of raw materials, and general failure to optimize production. Rivian may be one of the best examples because despite the strong funding backed up by Amazon, this EV startup
Amazon people, pay attention.
Still spends way more on production than it should. The exact numbers are, of course, unavailable, but there is an insider report that suggests that the company spends around $200,000 on average to make an EV. On the other hand, the average sale goes around $81,000.
So what that is? 119? What is that? A negative. You got that? Now you understand why these manufacturers are it's letting people go. Ain't no money. Got that?
So things are pretty clear here. While some startups are
let me not miss this too, people. I want this shit to be understandable to you because for anybody who know anything about the car business, they was giving tax credits out for buying these cars. Smoke and mirrors. There it is. Pushing something on you that ain't really ready to survive on its own. It's still on life support still today. Welcome to the morning show, people. Let's go.
Still capable of finding new funders, others show a high dose of pessimism. For example, Canoe said last year that it had substantial doubt about remaining a going concern, and once you check the numbers, the reasons become pretty clear. If you check last September, the company had $6.8 million in cash and equivalents, which, compared to $415 million in 2022, seems like a genuine freefall. In general, pretty much all EV startups, including Tesla, struggle. Every now and then,
Tesla, there it is. Let's go.
Then
who laid off 14,000 people in Mobile.com? Got that? Baby.
We see reports that show a massive decline in revenue, rallied shares, along with various moves to reduce cash burn, including decisions to lay off thousands of workers. Like,
wait, hold on. What they say? Include decision to lay off what? What I told you, people. All right, it's always gonna go back to the people. You got that?
Tesla struggle. Every now and then we see reports that show a massive decline in revenue, rallied shares, along with various moves to reduce cash burn, including decisions to lay off thousands of workers, like Tesla just did and left 10% of its global workforce without a job.
14,000. More to come. Why? Because the restructure. It ain't done.
Number 5. Fisker will hardly survive 2024. Fisker had a pretty rough last year with massive losses. With that financial report in mind, it wasn't a surprise that the company announced its doubts about its ability to continue through the next 12 months. The company needs cash. It needs new investors to survive, and judging by the stock trades...
So who gonna do that? I just showed you, did show you that they ain't making no profits. You see? What we doing? People with money ain't dumb. They got a little bit to burn, but they ain't got a lot to burn.
Things are not going particularly well. In March, 1 week was enough to see a massive fall from 75 to just 40 cents per stock. The struggle is obvious, and it's primarily driven by low sales numbers. Over the last year, the company produced a little bit over 10,000 electric SUVs, but the problem is that only half of them were delivered to customers. Another cause of Fisker's trouble is its pretty much unusual business model. Namely, this company outsourced pretty much the entire production, and in today's world that requires saving...
Outsource? Well, where you think they went and got that from, yo? Them chips. Was it Taiwan? Was it China? What's going on over there? Oh, China. Let me show you where they're at. Yeah, they closed down 90% of their factories. Oh, well, let's jump around here, people. Education is what I'm gonna give you right now. The bullshit, I ain't really with no more. All right? I need you to get this. You see, this is totally different, people. But let's keep going. I want to make this live make sense to you. It's not a game. No. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there, people.
Electric vehicles
looking for a spot
that are going further and costing less than ever before. No company makes or sells more than BYD, the Chinese giant taking on Tesla, offering cars for as little as
what? Electric vehicles, how much y'all see? 10 grand. $10,000. That's just a damn down payment over here. You got that. You see. Why they can do that, my Uncle Red Pill? They got the chips. Wake up. That's for pushing all our factories overseas. The shit that Trump was saying, yeah, that part, yeah. That shit happening now. Yeah. Make it make sense. I want to see you go out there today and go buy an electric car for $10,000. That's damn near a down payment. Wake up, people. Smoking mirrors.
as $10,000.
Let's drive.
Along with higher priced luxury models.
0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3 seconds.
Anything like this in the U.S.?
Nothing that I've drove.
But don't look for electric cars from BYD on American roads anytime soon.
U.S. government need to be more friendly.
Stella Lee is the CEO steering BYD's expansion in the Americas.
Pay attention.
In an exclusive interview, she said the U.S. is not part of the plan yet.
There it is. There go Tesla hit. There it is. Let's go.
They're not ready. But then for BYD, we are ready.
What conditions would need to exist in order to consider an entry into the U.S. market?
That's a good question. You should go back to ask the DC.
BYD faces stiff hurdles in the U.S., including a 25% tariff on imports.
So that's another way to stop this shit from happening, keeping inflation high. Yeah, it is, people. It ain't really about you. It's all about capitalism. And I keep telling people what the shit is, but no, I got to show you, though. Because Mongo Red Pill, you know, he's just somebody who just pay attention, educate himself, inform people because he love people and want people not to get screwed over. This is just the shit I just want to show you, but just keep paying attention because that boy don't really know nothing. You hear me? Welcome to the morning show. Let's go.
And pushback from U.S. automakers who see Chinese competition as a major threat.
I think it's going to require trade restrictions for a limited period of time, which will allow the Western automakers and the U.S. automakers to catch up.
Even Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who just made a surprise visit to Beijing to meet officials.
It's good to see electric vehicles making progress in China.
Said that without trade barriers, Chinese EVs will, quote, demolish other car companies.
That's it. How they get demolished? Oh, my bad. I just said that. Chips? They're making all the goddamn chips, people. Welcome to the morning show, people. You better understand who's going to try to become to make the biggest move in power. It's China, and we gave them the torch to do so. America, we rely on these people for these chips. And they can sell this shit cheap because they own this shit. And they're going to cost you a whole lot of money, including the government over here. 25% tariff. That means like we taxing this shit on another level. So now we got to raise that shit. It's not about you. It's about the dollar bill. And the moment you start understanding that, you'll be better off in society. So stop going out here spending money for some dumb shit when the world is under the attack. The American dollar is in trouble. Let's go.
BYD began as a battery manufacturer and with the help of government subsidies now controls every mile of its low-cost supply chain from parts to shipping. Among the concerns of U.S. automakers and lawmakers, that BYD's plan to build a factory in Mexico could allow the company to skirt tariffs under free trade rules. BYD denies that's the goal. And U.S. officials say there are growing fears China could use smart car technology to spy on American drivers.
What did you make of the Biden administration opening an investigation?
China's spying on us every day. We getting hacked. This has already been recorded and documented. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, people, but we already just getting all kind of breaches of technology. The water here, and Houston got hit, and Florida got hit. All these people getting hit. They allow China to buy property. Y'all listen to me. It's a lot bigger than what's on the surface, people. Education is the weapon. Stupidity is suicide. Let's go.
Into smart car technology because of national security concerns that this technology was coming from China.
I don't understand. There's no data approve that.
National security concerns are overblown?
Overblown, oversensitive, and misleading.
BYD alone is producing more than 3 million cars a year with capacity for more and few signs of slowing down. Janice Mackey-Freer, NBC News.
Listen to me. Did you hear him? And fruit signs of slowing down. Why they not slowing down? They got the damn chips. That part. Listen, what you say, Pete? 1929 and 1941. It's resurfacing, making America suffer instead of great. Listen to me, my people. This is not a recession. This is a true depression. The numbers is not out. And it's going to be detrimental in a little while. By the end of this month, just mark my Uncle Red Pill word. You bring your ass right back here, right? And you'll see what I'm talking about, people. Everything is going to come to the light. You see, it's smoking out. What you say, D? Right? Trump was a businessman, and he knew what was going on, and we got to open our eyes, people. I'm proud to say I voted for the orange man. He ran America like it is a business. See, listen to me, people. When you understand the capitalism and understand how this shit really works, right? You can't buy into your emotional feelings, right? Because if you in a world that don't really care about how you really feel, you only feel like that when it starts to erupt the dollar. The dollar is in jeopardy. Then they care a little bit. Then they start to move it around, but yet the truth still lives. I just want people to understand that when you're dealing with the dollar and it's under attack, there's other things in life that we need to be focusing about than versus our emotions. I'm not telling you vote for Trump, and I ain't saying don't vote for Trump. But what I'm telling you is open your mind up and make it a true decision based on the facts of what's going on. We need our factories here. That gives jobs. But now you're going to have to eliminate jobs because we put money in outsource jobs. And now you got companies like this, right, who own the chips in China in situation making cars that you can buy for $10,000. $10,000 over here is a down payment. I went with my boy Brandon Fred Jones' job the other day. He sell cars, man. Great salesman. Yeah, they had a truck on the showroom floor for $120,000. Fuck is this? That's houses today. You understand this? This is going too far. So now we got to take it all down. You see, banks' interest rates. It's ridiculous. Why is that, Uncle Ray Pill? Because they're struggling out here in other parts of the markets, along with the car market. So if we go to war with China, what happened with our chips? There it is. See, you got to understand where we at. We kind of handicapped. All don't come here. We got reserves, but we don't use it. We said the all out, we buy the all back. The same all we said. Now, listen to me, people. This is above people's head, but I need you to understand what I'm saying. My Uncle Red Pill is look at baby. Look, welcome to the morning show. This is too real for a lot of people, but you need to start comprehending this shit because this is affecting you now. It's up and it's stuck, people. Let's go.
Lightning is costing people their jobs. Stellantis CEO made $39.5 million last year. So all these trucks right here, they're all costing people their jobs. See, Stellantis is having to lay off their plant workers because these dealerships are not selling these trucks. And because of that, these dealerships are turning down allocations. And that means production has to get cut. And when that happens, people lose their...
Let me tell you about allocation. It's called something like turn and burn. Listen, I work for Toyota. And by the way, my people, that is the best car company you can possibly work for still today. Because Toyota rates right now are real low. Why? Because they're buying them. He who holds the money controls the deal. And the outcome where you can get a great interest rate. The average interest rate today is somewhere around 7% with great credit. We got to make this shit make sense. But Toyota, 2.9, 0%. They got that? Why? Because Toyota got the hybrid market. They're the number one small car company manufacturer. And they're putting money behind their people. I am telling you, if you're in the car business, Toyota is weathering the storm with the technology and the reliability. Listen to me. I'm telling you what I do know and not what I'm guessing. But I want you to see all this. Come on, Red Pill don't know what he's talking about. He's just somebody that's dropping some shit. Well, let's just see what we got. Let's go.
Their jobs. Last year, Jim Farley made over $26 million. And Tesla, the darling of the EV market, just laid off thousands and thousands of its workers. And these layoffs are not just hitting the car market, they're hitting the entire economy. So now we're in this vicious cycle. People are broke, they can spend less money at these businesses. Businesses then have to lay off workers. It's absolutely insane to think how these companies miscalculated so much. This whole line is full of Jeep Cherokees. They're stacked up everywhere. So right here, this used to be your family SUV in the Jeep lineup, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And this one right here is $75,000.
Listen to me, a Jeep Cherokee is called 30 grand, $40,000. Damn near double. You see? You see what I'm talking about? Back in the day, people used to buy houses for them numbers. Welcome to the morning show. What? Now listen to me, people. They got an addendum total $2,900, $3,000 now. You know what addendum is? Some shit they added on. That's right. Inflation. People, I'm here to educate you and inform you to make the smartest decision you possibly can. And I don't need you to be dumb no more doing dumb shit because this world is coming down. This is the retake. We got to reset it all and bring it all back down because we didn't want to work. We put fake money out there to try to help this situation look the par, but it needs to look like what it be, and it ain't looking what it need to be. And now it's gonna come down. All the tech hype and all that shit, they're trying to ban this shit now. Why? Because it's eliminating jobs. But Uncle Ray, do you agree with them eliminating? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because the tech in our world today and society ain't ready for this. I need you to see what these cars are costing today. That's houses. You see? Your average person job, what they make. Welcome to the morning show. I asked the question, what's your average person make? What do they make? $40,000? $47,000? Yay! What? Better make this shit make sense.
And this Grand Cherokee is $80,000. And we know that people are broke right now. Credit card delinquencies are at 10-year highs. Auto loan delinquencies are at 10-year highs. And it seems like these dealerships are doing everything in their power not to move these trucks. And we see why this is happening, right? This whole line of trucks right here, it's some of their base level trucks, and they're $60,000 and $70,000.
But a baseline truck used to cost $40,000. Pay attention, people. What addendum on it right here? Look. 4737. That's addendum. Hey, baby, let's go.
The average working American can't afford these trucks anymore. The CEO of GM, Mary Barra, is making $27.8 million this year. So
I told you, the top keeping the money, the bottom gonna struggle. The middle class dies, pulling it out. The new middle class is 97,000. That's not a middle class. The world is coming down, people. I'm showing you this. Let you see. Let's go.
A lot of these CEOs, their pay is tied to stock price, to...
Listen to me. Everything what you say, gaining a full circle. What's up? What John got? Let's make this shit make sense, people. Listen, my people. Well, watch the YouTube video called "Everything is the Rich Man Trick." Support what Uncle Red Pill is delivering to his audience. I need y'all to understand that I don't have time to lie to you, right? I'm one that stand on business. So if I can inform you from stopping you from making dumbass decisions, then I will and I shall do it. Because I feel like if I don't, I didn't do my part. And I'm standing on business, you see? So support the channel, my people, right? And let your people know the truth. Because if you're going out here buying cars and your job ain't part of this situation, nobody know what they're going to get themselves into. What you talking about, Monk? They don't know. The world don't know. And I need you to understand that it's a bad deal for a lot of situations. These car manufacturers creating cars, but this shit is horrible. Okay, let's go here.
Shenzhen.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news
that are going further and costing less than ever before.
So listen to me. You see what these cars doing? So what I want, I need you to process just one thing, my people. Okay, I need you to take a look at what these manufacturers are doing. They are creating this situation. Let me go here. They are creating this situation in society today because they have nowhere to turn. You got lots full of cars and people ain't got money to support them. You see? And this right here is going to be a big problem for society, right? But I'm telling you right now, stop spending money. Okay? Stop spending money. Let's go. Let me show you something else.
Hundreds of small and regional banks across the U.S. are feeling stressed. More than 280 banks face the dual threat of commercial real estate loans and potential losses tied to higher interest rates.
There's no doubt in my mind there's going to be more bank failures.
Or at least dip below their minimum capital requirement.
There will be bank failures, but this is not the big bank.
Look, March 7, 2024. Pay attention. What?
Thanks.
Rapid interest rate hikes can mean borrowers suddenly face more expensive loan payments. And if they can't afford to pay up, they may default on their loans. A record $929 billion worth of loans are coming due, aka maturing, in 2024, driven by mass extensions of loans originally due in 2023. Regulators are working behind the scenes with potentially at-risk lenders.
They're issuing sort of confidential, under-the-radar reports saying you got to raise your capital.
We'll see a lot fewer bank failures than we would otherwise if we're successful in attracting private capital to recapitalize these banks.
These are banks that probably need to raise capital, or they could try to get acquired by a stronger bank.
This is banks, people, not a game. This is banks, people. The one who hold the money control the deal. They ain't holding the money. They're letting the money go. The money is not there. They need to make money off your money to stay alive. You got that? Let's go. Make it make sense, people. I say we got to make it make sense, people. You hear me?
By mass extensions of loans originally due in 2023. Regulators are working behind the scenes with potentially at-risk lenders.
They're issuing sort of confidential, under-the-radar reports saying you got to raise your capital.
We'll see a lot fewer bank failures than we would otherwise if we're successful in attracting private capital to recapitalize these banks.
These are banks that probably need to raise capital, or they could try to get acquired by a stronger bank.
However, banking sector acquisitions have
get acquired. In other words, here, join banks. Sell your bank.
Dwindled. These stressed banks could have big implications for the U.S. economy.
In 1 year since the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank.
Of course, we're seeing cracks form once again a year later.
Both major and regional bank indexes are still struggling since 2023's bank failures.
I think most of them are just fine, but confidence is everything in banking. People start losing confidence, and even the healthy banks can be adversely impacted.
Here's why hundreds of small banks may be at risk of failure, and how insolvency can be avoided. The U.S. has thousands of banks.
There are about 4,600 banks in the United States, but in most developed economies in the world, there aren't regional and community banks.
Approximately 4,000 banks in the U.S. are small banks, also known as community banks.
But they take on a lot of big loans, people. You see?
If you add up the collective assets of those 4,000 banks, small banks control roughly the same value of assets as America's largest.
Did you hear it? Around the same value of assets as the big wigs. And you know what that is. JP Morgan Chase. She's probably coming.
Bank, JP Morgan Chase, with $3.2 trillion of assets.
Now the stress is really moving to the community bank category, and those are between 1 and 10 billion in assets. They're the great bulk of the institutions that are going to be, facing the stress.
The Claros.
So listen to me. Listen, I'm touching you so you can see. You ain't got to watch the whole thing. I need you to understand the full circle. You got that? Let me tell you something else. For everybody who got their little small businesses over here, Margaret Pill, what we got your Century Queen. America's now realizing it's greed. There it is. We started look. We started oversizing everything with the President Reagan. Okay, open market and free trade. It's now showing its ugly head. Greed is not good, people. People can't stop spending. They need this shit to keep going. And people ain't understanding. But I ain't got the money, Central. I ain't got a job. How am I gonna spend AI laying me off? You see how we all? You see how we all connected? Do you see how we all connected? It's a problem. You see? Let's go. Spending is attached to how they see themselves. It's not cool to be frugal. All right? We wear our dollars on our back versus in our pockets. You understand that? Let's go, people. It's coming down. Gucci, Chanel, Fendi, Prada. Yeah, baby, them sales is down. Big time. Laying people off. Let's go. What you say, Central? Confidence. America spend based on how they feel. I guess you guys are far more emotional than you think. Welcome to the morning show. She had to slide one in there, people. But let me just show you something for people who actually got businesses, who operating, you know what I'm saying, right now still trying to survive in this economy. Listen to me. I want you to survive, people. But I got to give you the facts, so I need you to make this decision, make it make sense. And right now, we got a lot of shit that ain't making sense. And right here, let me show you something, BB. What? Let me show you something. Okay, we good. Welcome to the morning show. Let me show you something right now. Let me get this out of here. I got something I want y'all to see. You see? I got something I want y'all to see right quick. You see? I'm going to keep this show going. I want to educate you on something, because this right here is going to silence a lot of people. I'm going to give it to you right now, because I need you to understand how critical this is today. You see? Yes, I do. What you mean, my Uncle Red Pill? What you about to show us? Brace yourself. Because, see, a lot of people surviving off this cheap shit, and that's about to go away. Let's go.
Finally shut down my post-80s brothers. Completely done.
China shutting down 90% of their factories. Did you hear? All that cheap shit we got over here, it's going to go away. And if we go to war, they're going to go away too. Let me let you see these warehouses. Let's go.
Workers behind me have already started dismantling the equipment. The hardship of physical manufacturing can only be understood by those who've been through it. When there's plenty of work, there's no staff. When there's many staff, there's no work to do. Big orders yield no profit, and profitable orders are scarce. Those with both volume and profit are all in debt. The man in the video is the owner of a mechanical processing plant. Due to long-term insufficient orders and various delayed payments, he found it difficult to continue operating and had to reluctantly shut down the factory he had been running for years.
So let me get this straight. The people that make cheap shit, right? Hey, baby. Boy, we got problem in the U.S. Boy, I'm telling you right now, boy, this shit is a lot scarier than people know. I said that China is scheduled to do 90% of their factories is going to be closing. It's cheap shit. So now everybody who got their company over here depending on that, it's a bigger problem. So let me get this straight. Housing market, it's in trouble. Car market, in trouble. And my people, I want to explain this to you. When those two have a problem, you have bigger problems. Okay? Food is at an all-time high. Small businesses who buy all the cheap stuff, get it shipped from China, well, you know, that's going to be a problem too now. Let's go. Because they're struggling over there themselves. You see? Make it make sense.
My factory closed down, ended up losing over 10 million. The factory was rented, still had 3 years left on the contract, and the deposit is now definitely gone. What hurts the most are these machines, bought brand new 2 years ago. Some domestic, some imported, barely used for a year, and now no one wants them even at half price. Things aren't like they used to be.
Even at half price.
I advise everyone to stay away from the machining industry. The wave of factory closures in China continues. Last year, news of the closure or relocation of foreign trade giants that have been in operation for decades.
It's empty, people. Hey, cheap labor is in trouble. Let's go.
Decades was occasionally heard. And now, due to insufficient export orders and weak domestic consumption leading to severe overcapacity, the manufacturing industry in China continues to face a harsh winter, with reportedly 90% of factories either closing down or falling into difficulties. A few days
90%. Pay attention.
Ago, my friend's factory closed down, and all 50 workers lost their jobs. It was a mold processing factory in Bao'an District, Shenzhen, which had been operating for 15 years. And the reason for the closure was the same as what 90% of the manufacturing factories in China are facing now. Before the end of 2020, the factory had some old customers, could make a profit of 1 or 2 million after a year of effort. But after the outbreak, the factory started and stopped
COVID-19 people.
Production intermittently, basically losing money for a year. Unexpectedly, the following 3 years were worse than the previous one. After surviving through 2021 and then through 2022, the epidemic finally ended. In 2023, he thought they won't aim for expansion this year as long as there's no loss, and just surviving is enough. However, at the start of the year,
and my people, please, everybody that's in the live, hit the like button, people. Make it make sense for my Uncle Red Pill. It don't take nothing but a little button. Make it make sense. Please support the channel. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button.
There were almost no new orders. The old customers who used to order every month also significantly reduced their orders. The entire industry had fewer orders than during the 3 years of the epidemic, leading to severe competition within the industry this year. To get orders, besides low profits, customers also demanded goods to be made before payment. In the second half of 2023, he was basically just chasing payments. Many customers were withholding final payments, and his factory had long run out of operational funds.
See, they can't survive either. We're a lot connected people than you really think. And listen to me now, people. You know I ain't bullshit when I'm about to tell you this here. 90% of the shit that you see over here, made in China. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. So who gonna make this shit now? I need to start processing what I'm saying. Shit just got real. I need you, listen to me. Listen to me. I need you to process what I'm saying. Shit just got real. This cheap labor, it's going away. It's the takedown.
In this period, he had already mortgaged his house in Shenzhen for business loans. For these 3 years, his factory had been barely surviving on loans, and he didn't know when it would all end. Recently, he's been exhausted, so he decided to shut down all workshops. He never imagined that after surviving 4 years of hardship, he'd fallen in the darkness before dawn, in the early months of 2024. As the former world's factory,
just like every company that actually has money, right? We set money aside to try to weather the storm. But here's the secret with that. When do the storm ends? And that's the thing that people is facing right now in society. It's just not a storm. It's a way of life now. So I'm telling you what I know and not what I'm guessing about. It needs to look like what it is. It needs to be what it looks like. And right now, it ain't real. What you say, D? Right? Right. Depression? Right? What have you spending money you don't have? And that's what's going on. Making you believe something. Let's go.
Dongguan is especially hit hard by closures. Many large factories are now empty. Some have been vacant for years.
Take a look at it on your screen, people. All that shit empty. That's in China. Everything we got over here come from China, Indonesia, somewhere. We ain't manufacturing nothing here. Back to Donald Trump, what he say? You ain't got to like it, baby, but I'm telling you, the effect of that shit not happening is on your screen. And it's the people that we about to be at war with. I mean, I'm just saying. Let's go.
And still cannot find tenants. The factory used to rent for $400,000 a month. Now it's been empty for 3 years. The owner spent tens of millions building such a beautiful factory. Why leave it empty for so long? It used to be used by a listed company. Ever since that company moved out, it's been vacant till now. And those factories that haven't closed down yet, due to the lack of orders, the bosses are also struggling to sustain them. For those factories that have not closed down, due to a lack of orders, the owners are also struggling to support them. Brothers and sisters in manufacturing, how are your orders in April? Let me tell you about mine. April's orders are even fewer than the same period last year. It's already mid.
You see, it's not getting better. Listen to me, people. If we got all this cheap shit over here that come from China, yeah, that's it. I'm calling what it is. And they are struggling over there now. And these factories are destined to close. 90% of them are destined to close, looking to close. Where did I leave the U.S. economy? And the light go off yet? This is the takedown. You're not listening. Well, I'm gonna beat it into your skull until you pay attention. Let's go.
Month, and I have no hope for any orders. Almost all of my customers have hardly any orders. If this continues, bosses like us in small manufacturing factories will soon become the bottom of society. Becoming a bad debtor is only...
And that happened now over here. When you suck out the middle class, right? You got the top and you got the bottom. Big deal, people. 97 grand is not no damn middle class. That's a high class. In other words, they ain't nothing there no more. You can't survive like this. You see, it's not just the U.S. economy. What you say, Zach? It's not just the U.S. economy. The world is struggling right now. They have the same issues in other places. It's not just the U.S. economy. That's a big fact, right? That's why it's bigger than what it seems, right? And if everything that you see, damn near owned by China, we get from China, and China is struggling, this is a bigger problem, people. It ain't going away like that. No, it's not. They're about to revamp the system. I just showed you that AI now about to become bad. Did you listen to me? EV cars. Yeah. Makes sense why Tesla land people off. Yeah. Because what that does, it's just electric, right? Oh, okay. What happened to the gas stations? They ought to been in now? What we doing? But Toyota pushing hybrids. Gas and electricity. Yeah, it is. And here's the deal, people. That company ain't designed from over here. That's from overseas. They're Japanese. Are you listening to me? People, wake up. It's not just us. And we're going to feel the fact, right? What you say, Zach? It's bigger than what it seems. I keep telling them, this is what it is. I want you to open up your eyes and understand what Margaret is saying. It's not no bullshit, right? But you can't just blame that on who is the president and saying that whoever the president is going to make it better, right? Right? The pandemic hit everyone hard. We're not blaming, and I don't want you to think I'm blaming no president, right? Okay? I'm blaming the ideology or how the structure is over here. You see? Because whoever it was in place, who have power to make decisions, right? We should have been manufacturing the companies over here, first of all, and not outsourcing all these jobs. Then you have more jobs here in America. You see? But that slows down certain type of people from getting that type of money. You understand that? Right? We too busy or want to be greedy at the top and not share the wealth. Right? And worrying about these tax breaks and all the other shit, and the government subsidizing all this money in society, but it ain't really real. You see? You see? Listen to me, people. They preyed upon us not understanding what the hell we was walking into. Right? And if the government and the president can make decisions, they're part of the blame. Okay, well, nobody see. Right? Because we can't. We don't control the narrative. You see, somebody over here making decisions. Shit just don't happen. Somebody got to do it, Zach. Somebody, baby. All right? The African-American culture invested into the lineage of our oppressors' facts. You see, say what you want, people. You see, we ain't gonna not take blame for this situation because that's our problem now. Accountability. Destruction in our world today is due to people not actually doing the right thing by people. Right? Trying to separate yourself with all this crazy shit. And look where they got us. Right? Come on now, people. Everything you see right now is going to become really high. Because if China got a problem over there, and half our shit come from over there, I need you to understand where these businesses going to go who using China products. I'll wait. I'm just making it make sense. That's it. You see? I'm just making it make sense, people. You see, this the shit that nobody's telling you about, but I need you to process it because it's real in our world. You see? Please hit the like button, people. You see what I'm saying? I need this shit to make sense, people. Let's go. I want to show you something, right? Microsoft coming too. Welcome to the morning show, people. I know a lot of people wasn't ready for this. This ain't the information that you want to really hear. We want some good news. What I'm sorry to tell you, you had too much good news without no good outcomes. So now we got to suffer for it. You got that? And since the government right now, every 10 days, if you don't know, dropping $1 trillion into this economy, you won't even feel it. Why? Because it's already gone. The trucking industry, they're hurting too. I know people who got a lot of trucks. They still struggling. I ain't gonna say no NFL player name, but I knew him personally. And he jumped in the truck, didn't think it was gonna be great. Now he's selling them all. You got that? It's not what it looks like. Baby, the layoffs is real. You see that? Let's go, people. I'm gonna bring it back over to China because that was the shit we got in America today. Yeah, that shit kind of come from China, along with them chips.
A matter of time. My factory in Guangdong is quite typical of those in the industry. Most of my customers' products are for export, and the majority of my factory's products are also for export. Why was Dongguan's GDP so
export? That's us. We buy it all.
Low last year? It's because we've encountered problems with our exports. Due to insufficient orders, many factories have stopped production, given workers time off.
There it is. That's happening over there. That affects us over here. Listen, people, I think you get my point. This is bigger than just we going through something right now. No, fuck, we ain't. We going through a restructure. That's it. That's what we're going through, people. Margaret, keep it 100 with you. We gonna keep it pushing. Let me just show you some other shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep informing you because a lot of people are selling your lies and dreams and hopes, and this shit ain't really real. Okay, let's really go. Let's see what we got here. Microsoft.
Big profits, massive revenue, and glorious future projections. The past few weeks have been all about money matters for big tech giants. We're talking about the world's 5 biggest technology firms: Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, Amazon, and Meta. Firms leading the world in terms of earnings and stock market.
Please hit the like button, people. Come on now, hit the like button. Show me some love, baby. That's all. Hit that like button, people. You know what I'm saying? Let Margaret know you appreciate the content. That's all we asking to do. Hit the like button.
Valuations. These big tech firms have released their quarterly balance sheets, and billions of dollars in profits have been reported. Take a closer look at these numbers. In the first quarter of this year, Microsoft's profit climbed by 20% to more than $22 billion. Competing with it was rival Alphabet at $23 billion. Amazon's quarterly profit surged by a whopping 200% to $10 billion. Meanwhile, Meta's profit more than doubled in the last quarter. There was only one
Pay attention now.
exception, Apple. The iPhone maker made less profits than last quarter. But nonetheless, Apple earned nearly $23 billion.
So they're making money, but they're laying off because the cost of living that they really like to live underneath, them conditions from paying shit, buying things, are a little bit more expensive now. They still ain't getting to get all the money that they want for their lifestyle. So the bottom gonna suffer. Let them people say shit roll down here. There it is. Big tech layoffs. Projections. Not good.
But despite earning billions of dollars in profits, the big tech industry is in a disarray. Look at these headlines, for instance. In the past,
Tech layoffs across 70,000 in April 2024. Google, Apple, Intel, Amazon, and these companies cut hundreds of jobs, and they're making profit. Greed, like Central C. Greed, people in America. We done it now. Boy, we got China struggling for that cheap shit too. Baby, welcome to the morning show. You hear me? Agree.
The big tech industry is in a disarray. Look at these headlines, for instance. In the past 3 months alone, there have been over 60,000 reported layoffs
May
in the
5th,
tech
2024.
sector. From giant corporations to small startups, over 250 tech companies.
Look at that. Look at that. Google laid off hundreds. The core employee moves some positions to India and Mexico. That's May 1st, 2024. Amazon layoff continue. Hundreds of employees lose jobs in the cloud. What? Computing, what units? What? In India today, right? April 4th, 2024. Meta Oversight Board confirms. What? Layoffs are coming. Huh? April 29. Listen to me, my people. We got to make it make sense. Let's go.
Companies have fired employees en masse. These include the big tech firms. In January, Microsoft laid off 1,900 employees across its gaming division. Apple sacked close to 600 employees in April after reportedly abandoning its self-driving car project. Amazon and Alphabet also fired hundreds of workers across different business units. Meanwhile, Meta reportedly laid off at least 50 employees from its Messenger division. Most of the big tech job cuts were in sectors that were not performing or were expected to grow at a slower pace. For example, redundancies in Microsoft's gaming division came amid a slowdown in the sector. The video gaming sector has seen a slump after the pandemic.
You see what I'm saying? This is crazy, my people. Pay attention. These tech companies are making a whole lot of money, but yet they're cutting people jobs. Why? Because them people at the top and greed and the mentality and the life, that style that they live, they're still trying to maintain it through it all. See, it's not wealth distribution. You see? See, that's the difference, people. I need you to get that. You understand? Let's go.
Meanwhile, Apple let go of its electric car ambitions as the sector's growth.
Electric car. That's what I told you. I just showed you EV, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Remains stalled. However, when the firm's profits are compared with the layoffs, an obvious question arises. Why are companies that are earning billions of dollars firing workers so rampantly?
Pay attention. What's behind the tech firm mass layoffs? Let's go.
Analysts say there are two reasons for mass layoffs in the tech sector: cost cuts and the firm's transition to artificial intelligence.
AI. There it is.
As the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic pushed the world indoors, demand for tech products like social media and e-commerce apps skyrocketed. To meet these demands, tech giants hired thousands of workers.
See that? Tech jobs hire thousands of workers to make that demand. But how was they able to do that? I'll let you know in a minute. Let's go.
At the end of 2023, the 5 tech companies, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Google, and Amazon, had 71% more workers compared to the pre-pandemic period.
Now, how was they able to do that, Mount Career Appeal? What happened there? Wait, I think it had 5 trillion reasons. That's right. We put the money out there, and then companies went on a rampage. Tech giant workforces grew by what? 71% from off of fake money. How the money fake, Mount Career Appeal? Well, yeah, if it drops something in the economy, it don't stand for nothing. And it just shows smoke and mirrors as if everything's good. These same companies was actually giving people relocation fees. Salaries. Crazy. 6 figures. Based on the money that they dumped into the economy. It didn't grow that way. They just placed it in that way. And so what happens when you don't sustain it? It only took an amount of time for it to come back down. And just what you're seeing today in 2024. Microsoft, Meta, Amazon. Listen, people. Make it make sense. Let's go.
By the end of 2023, the 5 tech companies, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Google, and Amazon, had 71% more workers compared to the pre-pandemic period. However, the pandemic was followed by...
Now listen to me. They had 71% more people, workers, than the pre-pandemic. Did you hear that? It was false growth because it was false money. You see? I need you to process what I'm saying. When you drop an influx of money like that to make the world believe that we're coming back, we're shaking back, but you really wasn't. It was a band-aid on a situation. Now it's a crisis. Because now the money that you're dropping now is too far gone. So you don't even feel effect. Let's go.
Sky-high inflation across the world. People started cutting their expenditure on non-essential items. Online shopping habits drastically reduced. And as the outdoors began its pre-pandemic run, people were no longer spending hours scrolling on social media apps. And for big tech firms, less engagement meant less revenue.
That's true. That's true.
Fearing a decline in profits, tech firms resorted to massive cost-cutting plans. According to one piece of data, between 2021 and 2023, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Apple collectively laid off more than 100,000 workers.
Wait, let me say that again. Pay attention, my people. Did you hear it? Let me run it back.
Firms resorted to massive cost-cutting plans. According to one piece of data, between 2021 and 2023, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Apple collectively laid off more than 100,000 workers.
2021, 2022, 2023. Big tech firm laid off what? 112,000 workers that should have never had jobs in the first place and told you everything. Welcome to the morning show. You got that? See, man, they been telling you that they got all these jobs, but they ain't supported on no structure. It's weak. Smoke and mirrors. You see? Let's go.
Data between 2021 and 2023, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Apple collectively laid off more than 100,000 workers. This helped the companies save on their costs and therefore enhance their bottom lines.
Debt distribution. Getting rid of some shit. Eliminate the debt. Distribute that shit another place.
You know, we've seen massive layoffs so far this year in the tech sector. And that was probably the catalyst for moving that Magnificent Seven stocks up last year, was they were so beaten down and then they all started to trim. And the trimming is continuing. And that's one way that I think you'll see going forward that the earnings will grow as they start to cut costs pretty dramatically.
Meanwhile, Wall Street now has a new obsession: artificial intelligence. Every other
AI
company wants to grow in the AI sector. From Meta to Microsoft, big tech firms are at the forefront of the AI race. They're rushing to integrate AI into their tech products. And for this, they've been hiring employees in fields like data science, software development, and cloud computing. In 2023,
trying to be the first one to come up with the big invention and make sure they beat the next competitor to the punch. And using people's livelihoods to get it done. I'm only keeping it a buck with you. That's why you see these layoffs. Because they ain't making enough progress fast enough. You see? Let's go.
there were nearly 200,000 AI-related jobs in the United States. And now that AI has entered the job race, the threats of AI-powered job automation has also increased.
It's an open question to the degree to which they will have a similar experience and find new jobs. That said, the tech skill set, be it engineering or data science, is incredibly valuable. And so in some degree, we are seeing tech become a little bit less techy and traditional companies become a little bit more techy. So these tech workers are finding roles often in more traditional industries that they may not have considered otherwise. So in some ways, tech is becoming less exceptional and the rest of the economy is benefiting from this skills transfer.
Tech firms are now changing their growth paths. While they hire new talent in the artificial intelligence sector, companies are reducing workers in other parts of their business, and that has left thousands of workers threatened. As for those who've already been fired, social media is filled with their stories of struggle.
See? Let me tell you, there was another lady who got fired and people got laid off. Now they stay in their cars. I should have pulled that up too. Let you show that the struggle is really real, my people. You see? Listen to me. I'm telling you what it is, people. The struggle is real. It's not a game. It's not a game, people. Life is changing so fast. And now we don't know what we're going to do. Everybody's rushing to try to hire people to try to be the first person with the AI. But not we're seeing the effects of AI, people losing their jobs. So you now got places like California banning self-checkout. Places like New York trying to ban EV vehicles. We're growing too fast and ain't got an answer for the people that you're gonna lay off. So now the economy is in rough. Death, snatch and grab. You ain't paying attention on the TV, on the news? No, oh my bad. They don't show that. People just going up to people's businesses, busting the glass and snatching shit and running. Crazy. Billions of dollars. Jacking them. Macy's. All that. Prada. Gucci. Why? They laid off. They ain't got no jobs. It's instantly starting to become a third world country because we got to ease into this situation, but they're rushing into it. And now you're seeing the effects and it ain't good. Let's go.
As AI has become a shiny new moneymaker for big corporations, news of mass layoffs has become an everyday phenomenon. And employees in the tech sector are scrambling to adjust to this new reality. Amid massive cost cuts and a rising threat of artificial intelligence, tech employees face a double whammy despite the big tech firms clocking in handsome profits.
Gotta make it make sense, people. So let me ask y'all a question while we on this live, people. You see, I want to keep it a buck with you right now. You see, well, people not paying attention to this here and thinking that this is something that we just going through. I want to show you how the other side of the world, the shit that we rely on, right, got their own set of problems now too. You see, the cheap labor and all that stuff that we had going on that was so easy to outsource because greed was always here, right? Now that situation is a painful experience now because by us not being self-efficient over here on our side of the world, now you gotta outsource stuff and live on that. Now, what happened when those people we struggle over here? We their number one supplier, right? And we losing jobs, so now they're losing jobs. You see how it go? So these companies who depended on China is about to see the real deal too. 90% of the fact I showed you empty factories today. Bet you never knew all that. Why? Because the world ain't showing you the truth. So that's something that we was dependent on us outsourced too, and they are struggling there. Where they leave us at? The American dollar depleting. Boy, listen to me, people. What you say, P? Right? Gee, Mercedes, BMW, Gucci, Fendi, YSL. Which one of these are made in America, including fake hair? We are lost in lies. This is so real, people. You see? We became big because we used everybody else to put their products here. We only liked America because we bought every goddamn thing. And so anything, the number one consumer in the world is women, so we sell it to them. And the men go out there and buy because they want their women to have it. So there we go. So now we all caught in the matrix. But now we're going to feel the pain because we didn't create this situation to be self-efficient right here. And now that's a big ass problem because now you're at war with China. So where that go at now with them chips? See that? See? So now manufacturers now going to have to try to find a different way to be creative, like Tesla. Well, what you mean Tesla? They laying out people. Well, yeah, they are too. But they got a robo car they working on. Robo taxi. Car drive itself. No steering wheel. You understand? Elevation got to keep on going. Yes, downsizing going to keep on going. It's one way or other, baby. Hey, welcome to the morning show. You see the snowball effect? How the situation right now, all the smoke and mirrors, showing situation. Look. When the stock market crashed, y'all remember that? It looked like everything was good. Wake up the next morning, everybody's stocks was up. Bang, everything gone. People made profits off those losses. Greed. I'm trying to tell you what baby. I don't care what it looks like today. Okay? I'm telling you how it goes here and goes there. Because the people with the money play games with money. Like you said, what you say? America included what? Fake hair? We are lost in lies. Making you believe that something is better than what it is. When it's not. Take a look around. They're reporting that they got all these jobs. But jobs are steady laying off people. I talk to the real people in society. Okay? Y'all not listening? Boy, baby. Hey! Then they sold us a bad bit of goods, people. And now this reality is here. Only keeping it a buck with you. Check this out in Houston.
School year, school districts are bracing for a massive.
Are we talking about teachers now? I know you lying. P, they gonna let the teachers off, P. School district brace for layoffs. What? I'm only taking you around the globe. Let's go.
Round of teacher layoffs. Schools have already been dealing with declining enrollments and inflation, but now federal funding passed during the pandemic is set to expire. Here's a
federal funding. The takedown is real.
ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Tonight, school districts from coast to coast.
Look at it, people. That's teachers and shit. $190 billion in federal pandemic relief funding set to expire. I told you. What it say? Pandemic. Got that? Did you get that? 190 billion. That's out of that 5 trillion. Bang! I told you everything. We ain't really been growing. You got it? It's fake. Smoke and mirrors. Take a look outside. 190 billion in federal pandemic relief is set to expire. You get me? I hope I made it all make sense to you today. But we ain't done. Let's go.
Bracing for possible teacher layoffs.
As opposed to continue to
Tensions running high in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Dozens rallying against the school board's decision to cut teachers.
Say, when will we know if this is going to happen? And do it directly and clearly so I can go to sleep tonight.
In Hamburg, New York, district leaders approving a budget that includes layoffs for 20 employees, including 13 teachers.
The last thing in the world we want to do is lay off a single teacher, a single maintenance mechanic or custodian or teacher aide.
It's going to be more than 20. Don't you ever fool yourself with that crazy shit. Let's go.
We need to make sure that our revenues, our enrollment, our staffing are all in balance. And this budget does that.
And in Los Angeles, America's second largest school district, mounting concern for what budget cuts could mean for the city's teachers and students.
It's unfortunate and disappointing.
A critical factor in some of these budget battles, $190 billion in federal pandemic relief funding approved in 2020.
You see it? There it is. You see, people don't understand what's really going on. But we were surviving off them trillions of dollars. And 190 billion out that money. 2020 to 2021, you know that's the pandemic. That's fake money. Because if everybody was inside, where we get this money from? The economy must keep moving, people, in order to really get true growth. But if everybody's inside and you're dropping money into something, then you got to find a way to get that money back. So when that expires, you come to the thing. See, they thought that they can make this shit make sense along the journey and create these jobs and create this and get people out the home, but people want to stay in the home. So now guess what? Everybody struggled around it. You grew too fast because it was built on fake money. $190 billion should never been important. But when my Uncle Ray, they never did that. We went down. Well, we going down now. See, you never really got away with it. You just, you drew this situation out. It just, it's destined to happen. But I understand why you did it, because you were looking for growth inside of the money. But now people got in their mind that they can work from home now. So that affected the economy for growing. It just don't have to be teachers. It's everything else. If the world ain't moving in sync, then somebody somewhere going to have to, take the hit. So this money that they put in could have been a good thing if they found a way to put people out. And people would have went back out into the world, but they didn't want to do it. They started creating businesses. Had a lot of theft going on with money that government was giving. You had people that was actually on Fortune 500 companies working for $1. How you work for $1? Because your money is tied up in the company, you're getting paid regardless. I need you to process what I'm saying. All the greed got us here. You grew too fast. It wasn't built on structure. It wasn't solid. It was a cracked foundation. It looked like it was solid, but it wasn't. So now when this expires, guess what? You're just showing the cracks. That's all you're doing. The tech company laying people on. They're making record numbers. Yeah, but they're showing the cracks. Why? Because their projections with these type of people ain't what they really want it to be. They showed you record numbers, but that's not what they was intending on it to be. So now they got to reevaluate some shit and restructure some shit to make it all make sense. You got that?
20 and 2021 that some districts used to bolster their staff, now set up to dry this September.
The federal funding
September
is coming to an end this fall. Another reason is increasing inflation costs and costs of things like healthcare and education.
Not going out spending money. People not working. That creates inflation. That's how people at them factories that you saw in China that's empty. They have to cut them people down because the orders ain't coming in. I'm trying to show you how this shit is all together. We are not disconnected like that. That's how COVID-19 was over there. And then it got here. You're not connected. You really not? Stop playing. You very much so is. It's all one big circle. But the world made us believe that we're better and we this and that. Now we separate from them. You're not. You're relying on them for half of the shit that you see every day. So you're more connected and you're going to feel the effect now than anything. I'm making it make sense to you people. Pay attention. Let's go.
And another reason is declining student enrollments in our K-12 public school systems. So this kind of combination of factors has really created the perfect storm.
And Rachel, experts say students in lower income districts could feel the brunt of these layoffs. But look, this fight is far from over. The National Education Association, the country's largest labor union, is demanding that federal, state, and local leaders come up with a solution that serves both educators and their students.
See, what they can't do is do what they did before. You see that? See, that's the point I want y'all to understand. You can't keep throwing money to the wood. You can't just throw it against the wall and think it's going to stick. They tried that. It didn't work out. So now what we got to do? Because the money didn't disappear. It just went in a lot of big wigs' pocket. The dollar keeps circulating. It's dead. Companies make a record new, but they laying people off. Well, because they had these, these goals that they want to hit at this time. But what happens when you don't hit it? You get nervous, start panicking. Because you know in your heart that money that the government gave you, it only looks this way because of that energy, that bread. $190 million in the school department. What you talking about? Federal pandemic funds. They're still living on them. And we never got over it. You see? But they'll make you believe that the economy is rolling. That's the dumbest shit in the world. People getting laid out all the time. I need you to open your goddamn eyes. Your job may be at stake. Don't be spending money like that. Because the top is holding the money and watching the bottom struggle. Then eliminated the middle. Now you got top and bottom. No middle class. The middle class help the top stay there and help the bottom get theirs too, because the bottom operate off the middle. The top don't really like to talk to the middle. But it don't go that way. There's a step to the situation. There's no leap. What kind of jobs paying $100,000 a day? I'll wait. You got degrees and every goddamn thing, along with student debt. Make it make sense. People, let's go. I need you to fucking get what I'm saying.
Now the governor, Hott Newz of New York State, is saying we're going to ban batteries in New York State. Hey, I thought they were into being green in New York State, right? Now they're banning batteries, right? Well, when it comes down to
EV batteries. That's it. I'm walking you around the globe, people. You see? I'm walking you around the globe. This is some scary shit we're entering in right now. We don't know where we're going to go and how we're going to live. But I'm telling you right now, it's real. It's real. People really getting laid off. It's real. You see? Let's go.
Some shocking news to hundreds of HISD employees.
Uh-oh. Damn, this is Houston? You can't be serious. Let's go.
They were unfortunately told today that they will be laid off at the end of the school year.
Yeah, absolutely stunned for so many families here tonight. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia is live for us outside of HISD headquarters here this hour. Who will be impacted exactly here, Jonathan?
Yeah, Hector Mirales, the union president, confirmed with me that 300 to 350 HISD employees will no longer have their jobs.
Did he say 300 to 350? Then the people say like 20 and all that shit. Listen to me, people. That's just 20 over there, and 20 over here, and 100 over here, 150 over here. Right here, 300. More than 300 HISD workers being laid off. Let's go.
By the end of the school year on June 30th. Now, this doesn't include teachers. This more so includes maintenance workers, clerks, staff that are on the ground doing the work.
A lot of them are caught off guard that this took effect immediately, 2 days after payday.
2 days after payday, people.
Hundreds of HISD employees were told today that they will no longer have a job at the end of the school year on June 30th and could reapply for their positions if they chose to.
What's going on right now is unjust. I think people should speak out. I think community leaders should speak out. I think people in higher places should speak out.
Hector Miralles is the union president for the Texas Support Personnel Employees Local 1 group, and he says the district did not give these employees the proper...
See, the growth didn't support the dollars that they influx into the economy. So now we got to come back to our reality, where we was at, truthfully. Half of those people should have never been hired in the first place. Smoke and mirrors made it believe that everything was good. I get what the move was, but you got to have a better plan, because now I got to bring it all the way down. It's got to be pain for change, and it's what you got to go through. Welcome to the morning show, people. Let's go.
Timing to seek help.
4 calendar days to get representation, or to at least try to do some scheduling to schedule someone to come in to represent them. They were not allowed that at all.
HISD confirmed the layoffs and says the loss of federal COVID funding has hurt the district financially, and quote, in order to meet our students' needs, HISD must right-size our central office and find ways to operate more efficiently, end quote.
Hold up. Let me bring it back. I want you to hear what he said. Federal funding.
And quote, in order to meet our students' needs, HISD must right-size our central office and find ways to operate more efficiently, end quote. But Miralles says the district needs to look to make cuts.
Houston Independent School. All right? That's it. HID.
Elsewhere.
Listen to the lowest employees, because they're the backbone of the school district. They're the ones that maintain it. They're the ones that keep it clean. They're the ones that repair it when repairs need to be done.
Now, Miralles says the hurricane season is quickly approaching, and
Wait a minute. I didn't get to hear what I want to hear. I need y'all to hear it again. Let's bring it back. You see?
Allow that at all.
HISD confirmed the layoffs and says the loss of federal COVID funding has hurt the district.
The loss of COVID. See? There go that money. There go that money. The loss of COVID funding. There go that money. Them $5 trillion. There go that money. Pay attention, people.
Financially, and quote, in order to meet our students' needs, HISD must right-size our central office and find ways to operate more efficiently, end quote. But Miralles says the district needs to look to make cuts elsewhere.
Listen to the lowest employees, because they're the backbone of the school district. They're the ones that maintain it. They're the ones that keep it clean. They're the ones that repair it when repairs need to be done.
Now, Miralles says the hurricane season is quickly approaching, and HISD will not be prepared without these labor employees. I'm live outside the HISD headquarters. Jonathan Mejia, Fox 26 News.
People, listen to me, my people. I'm telling you the shit I know, and I'm showing you how it's all connected. We are in a pile of shit, and if you don't understand and take heed what my Uncle Ray Pill is telling you, you see, I don't need to listen. I showed you. I need you to make this shit make sense in your world. Okay, that's all I need you to do. I need you to cut your spending and focus on just surviving. Stop worrying about this expensive shit. They got to come down. Them bags too high anyway. Them shoes is too. You see, all that federal government money, right, got us in a place today while we're struggling. The car business, the housing market, the layoffs, every goddamn thing. You see, listen, people. I'm only keeping it a buck with your Uncle Ray Pill. I'm just really want you to understand. You see, That is bad business, my people. Listen to me, y'all. I appreciate everybody coming. Let me give you my final thoughts on this situation, my people. Right? Listen to me. I got to give you my final thoughts. Life is too short. Right? And the world we're living in today don't know what direction it's going to go. Why? Because the sources that we used before, they have crumbled from right underneath us. Right? The government put money into the economy to try to help the economy grow. I understand. But it didn't work. You see. And by it not working, what you mean, my uncle people? Why it never worked it? Because people didn't want to go back outside and work no more. They wanted to stay home. Because see, they was forced in their home in the first place due to the pandemic. So they dropped $5 trillion into this company, into the world, right? And helping all these companies survive so they don't go underneath. I get it. I understand that. Got it. Right? But the companies and the employees didn't come back to work. They didn't help the money make money. So the money became stagnant. Right? So if you outside, if you locked inside and you ain't outside spending money, then what happens to the money there? It starts to deplete itself. In order for money to make sense, it's got to keep circulating. So it stopped. Right? And people started opening up their own businesses. Sounded good. But in reality, it actually, suffocated the market. So now these companies that actually had to be forced to have you at home, right? They overhead. They started letting them buildings go. So now you got a lot of remote jobs. See? So the car manufacturing and all that situation, okay, started booming. Why did that boom in that time? Because now they've been on hold in chips and everything. And now people putting money out there so you can go out and spend money. But the money wasn't real money. It didn't generate the way it needed to. It was like a lifeline to support these companies from going underneath. See? So now when people started coming out here, now inflation is here. Well, why did they inflate everything, Corey? Monka Rapin, why did they inflate that shit? Because they need money now to survive and keep the overhead on for those that was making it through the storm. And it was an opportunity for greed to actually just seep in and do their thing. See? But greed always comes down. You watch it all the time. It's just a matter of time. So the money that they put out there was a band-aid. But I'm not gonna say it was just totally wrong because I understood the logic behind it. But what we did with the money killed it. So now you see these layoffs happen at the school. $190 million. That's out of that $5 trillion. See that? Big deal. Right? So now they're about to expire in September. They already announced it in certain places in Houston and places in Illinois and all over that they laying these people off after the school year. Where they go, people? You see? So if we to work together, right, and everybody not wanting to be boss, like we say, it's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. That took us down, along with the greed at the top. Because when the money got in, it's supposed to trickle down. It didn't do it. It kept it at the top. The money's still out here. It didn't disappear. Wake up, people. If I put money out here, okay, it's in the world. These companies still making record numbers, but they grew and gave all 71,000 jobs, more than what they should have had. You see? So now that fake money can't be fake no more. And if the governments keep throwing money at it, like they're doing right now, every 10 days, $1 trillion, I'm telling you that right now, but you can't feel it because it's long gone. So what they're doing? They raise interest rates to recover this money. Small businesses gonna die because you can't survive. Why? Because shit too high. So when you can't survive and shit's too high, what happens? You cut people down. Why? Because you're not trying to go down yourself. You lay people off. Tesla doing it right now. They call it restructure. This is your reality, people. I'm on talking shit that makes sense. You got China over there who own all the chips. We outsource all of our factories over there. Where that leaves us here. We got China that over there who get all the cheap stuff from. 90% of their factories closing. Where they leave us over here. See? We're not self-efficient. We need those people. So inflation ain't here for a temporary fix. This is the takedown. Why? Because the money and greed, they went too high. Automobiles costing $100,000. That's the price of cars. Price of houses. What we doing, people? Okay? The average income is what? 40,000? Lucky if you have a job. See? People at Tesla making 6 figures. They laid them people off. Where they going to get a job at? Microsoft? Oh, you didn't see? They're laying people off too. Google, you didn't see? They laying people off too. Walmart, they laying people off. What you talking about? Cut people back. What you mean? Self-checkout. Okay, well now California gonna ban it. Then this is crazy. Technology need to grow. Yeah, it need to grow in a amount of time, but not too fast. See, it looked like we was moving at a rapid pace where we was, but it wasn't built on us really getting there. We had a jump start. We had a head start. We had a band-aid that made it look like it was actually creating itself. I showed you today, EV cars ain't never been making money, period. EV cars cost $200,000 on average. And you're selling it for 81. That leave it with $119,000. Let's make this shit. What? Come on now. What we doing now? It's negative. But you wouldn't even know that because the world don't tell you that. So everything you see that's going on here is connected. So I need you to process with your dollar, or else your ass is in trouble. Stop spending money. Damn, Marguerite, but this is what, yeah, it is. This ain't going away. This is here to take it all down. Banks are collapsing. Everything is too high. And it's going to be high because when nobody went back to work, so the money don't circulate. You didn't put money back, so people just holding money. Well, you're going to have to spend it now. Yeah, you is. And your lights don't get cut off. That's how it go. All the money that people made for COVID-19, the government ain't got that back time 3. Why? Because inflation. Because you didn't go back to work. So people, listen to me, people. Welcome to the morning show. People who make $100,000 a day is living paycheck to paycheck. Do you get that? Do you make $100,000 now? No, okay. I want you to know that people who make $100,000, they're living paycheck to paycheck too. You see how real that is? Sounds crazy, huh? Yeah, because inflation ain't got that. Shit they used to call the dollar cost too. The other day we went to borrow crawfish, crabs, shrimp. Go fill up the propane tank. At first that shit cost like what, $2.80 something? That's almost $5. Double. Medium income used to be $47,000. Now, $97,000. What we talking about? Go buy a loaf of bread. Go look at this shit. This is your reality. It's only gonna get worse from here until they take it all down. The faster we get to nothing, the quicker we find a relief. Why? Because the reality and the pain we got to go through is what we have to do to get where we got to go. This is your reality. Anything else somebody selling you? Bullshit. These cars cost houses. I showed you a Cherokee, $80,000. What the car gonna talk to me? People, I need you to understand that this shit has gone way too far. So all your tech company got to lay people off because that money ain't there. Schools, everything else. All that pre-pandemic money. You've been living on that lifeline. And the economy never ever doubled it. So that way there, it didn't be able to get a smooth transition. We had a pause. Housing market, interest rate, great credit, 7%. Think about that. What about the insurance? In Louisiana, we had a big old problem. Why? Because storms. What's up with these storms? It's a global warming. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just asking you what's going on. Don't these storms seem a little bit strong? Ain't they really like hitting hard now? Louisiana, we never had an F4 before. Oh, wait, we did. We hit it. No, it tore up the whole New Orleans East. It still never recovered. See? So you didn't recover from COVID-19 on that COVID-19 money. You're still living on it. And then you didn't recover because of the disasters. They're happening all over. Take a look around. Right? And then you have shit like this happening that everybody's saying, wow, this is cool. Let me show you something else, people. I know I sell my clothes, but I want to show you something else because since I got your attention, I really want to educate you on what it is and what the fuck it's not. Because I'm tired of people thinking that this here is a game and they out here just partying and cutting up when their life is in jeopardy and you need to be holding every dollar because your company don't know if they're gonna survive tomorrow. I'm telling you this shit right now. You see? Let me show you something right now. You see? Stop. There it is. Let's go, people.
And keep an eye out tonight and right into the week.
Listen to me. Rare severe solar storm warning. I ain't never heard no shit like this. What's going on, people? What's up with our world?
here in the U.S. And keep an eye out tonight and right into the weekend. Millions of Americans could actually see the northern lights as far south as Alabama because of this very rare solar storm. But could this geomagnetic storm also
very rare solar storm? Did you hear?
Bring possible cell phone, GPS, and internet disruptions. But authorities are warning tonight, and here's Alex Perez.
Tonight, millions of Americans across the upper U.S. will potentially see the northern lights thanks to a...
Take a look at that, people. It's beautiful. Wow. What? Rare, severe solar storm warning. Millions of Americans couldn't view northern lights. There's nothing good about this shit. You got that? Listen to me, people. I say it's nothing good about this shit. Do you hear me?
Will potentially see the northern lights thanks to a severe solar storm. NOAA issuing this rare watch for the first time in nearly 20 years. A geomagnetic storm so strong it could possibly threaten communications and power grids here on Earth. Solar flares triggering spectacular displays.
Take a look at this. That's the solar. People, are we living in these days? Take a look on your screen. A severe, nothing good about something that's severe. The fuck?
Of the aurora borealis, potentially as far south as Alabama. The first solar flares erupting Wednesday morning, directed
Do you see it? Look at this.
Towards Earth from the...
Look, pay attention on your screen. What's good about that shit?
The sun's corona, visible from Earth only during a total solar eclipse. The cosmic phenomenon Americans across the country stopped to witness just a little over a month ago. Astrophysicists warn the impact of this storm, a 4 on a scale of 1 to 5, could have an effect right here on Earth, potentially disrupting communications.
Of course. That shit ain't normal. Communication, power grid, radio signals, what? GPS and satellite operation. What?
Power grid, radio signals, and GPS and other satellite operations.
Geomagnetic storm, even a severe one, may not be all that troubling. But if we're not built to take it, then it could cause big problems.
And David, this solar activity could continue through the weekend. The cloud coverage in the northeast and here in parts of the Great Lake could keep us from seeing the northern lights tonight. But if you're anywhere from Washington State all the way to Wisconsin, you could have a good chance. The best opportunities will be between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. this weekend.
You see how we try to make shit seem like it's a beautiful thing? That's a solar storm. Listen to me, people. I don't know if we lost our damn mind. I don't know what we doing. I don't know, people. But I tell you one thing, baby. If you don't believe in God, you better believe in something. We're in trouble. Okay? Listen to me, my Uncle Red Pill, Mr. Zach, D, everybody, Central Marie, all my people that's on Perry, Gino. Listen to me, my people. Brandon Fred Jones. I love y'all all, my people. I only want to educate you on the things that I need you to make sense on, because right now, there's a lot of shit that don't make sense to people, but it makes sense to some other people. You got that? And if you ain't in the loop and you're buying into the matrix, you're going to have to choose one of them pills. Welcome to the morning show. Which one you want to be? What we doing? See? But nowadays, they're not even giving you a choice, because this information is not out here for you just to grab. They don't put this on the waves. This creates fear. But you need to understand that we are in a fear stage. Your job could be in jeopardy. So stop spending money and start paying attention to what's going on. Our world is changing drastically. Listen, my people. Listen, keep sending me them videos, them posts. You know what it is, my people. Because I got to be back. Want me to be back? Take a look. We got solar storms. We got the world coming slide from underneath us, and we don't even know, because we're not paying attention. You're not telling that on the waves. You're worrying about the ditties and all this shit that's going on. It's just irrelevant, man. Stop focusing on the things that can really affect your life. Stop buying into the narratives. And this world is moving around your ass and you standing still. And instead of spending money as if it ain't real, I need you to pause. Our world is in trouble because the American dollar is under attack. You see? Listen to me, my people. This month here, you will see the true numbers. For everybody that came out of the live, baby, like my Uncle Red Pill always say, welcome to the morning show. Hey, to the morning show, baby. This is our reality, my people. Stay blessed because my Uncle Red Pill.